What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crafted, Florida. This week we got a built-in bench build, complete with extra storage inside. Let's jump right into it.
Alright, jumping right into it, we're going to rip up our plywood first. This is going to be the height of your bench minus the top and a face frame. So keep that in mind if you're building this yourself. Then we're going to cut up the carcass into the correct pieces. This is going to be a 3-piece 45 degrees angle in each joint, so those are 22.5 miters. I like to use a track saw for this, but sometimes it's easier to use a table saw, as you'll see here, especially for the double-sided piece that you're going to have in the middle. You're going to need a miter on both ends. I like to use the table saw on that because then I can just set up my fence to the exact width that I need it to be and run that exact angle through both sides. Worked out pretty well. Assembly is pretty simple. Glues and screws. All these screws are going to get hidden. They'll either be on the back or there's going to be a face frame covering up the front. So that made assembly a little bit easier. A little pin nailer helps hold things in place while you screw it in, especially on those 45-degree angle there. Just run those through, but definitely pre-drill. You have to pre-drill there. Right here we're ripping down some pieces to support the bottom. There will be a bottom on this cabinet because, like I said, there's going to be storage on the inside. So we're batch cutting a bunch of those. Pocket holes, just going to screw those pocket holes in if you can figure out how to get yourself in there. It's a very awkward job right there, getting that screw gun in the right spot. But eventually we did get it done. Get those all screwed in, and then we'll cut up that bottom piece. Make sure you take the proper measurement from the end to the angle joint there. Track saw helps a lot when cutting that off. Then we're going to move on to the face frame. We're ripping up a whole bunch of poplar here. A couple different sizes. I do the 1.5 inches on the top face frame, which you see me cutting here, and then 3.5 on our face frame that will be facing out. So we're running back and forth, getting all of our angles on the top of the bench there. Obviously we're going to be doing the 22.5 again. And you see the assembly here. Glues and pocket holes, because again those will all be hidden, and then that'll all get screwed to the carcass of the cabinet. Pocket holes for the face frame again for the front face frame, and then we will end up gluing and screwing all that together, as you see, making a bunch of squares, drinking a little Dunkin' coffee, you know, typical cabinet stuff. And right here where it turns the corner, I like to cut that one piece to 2 3/4 so that 3/4 inch of the front face frame makes up that 3.5 inches, so we have consistency all the way around. Glue and screw it together. There's our little test fit. Seems to be fitting properly. Now we're going to cut the bench tops. This is again just out of plywood. Just trace it all out, use the track saw, cut it up, and then if you haven't seen my video from last week, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description of how I glue the edge banding on all this without any nails, except for the nail gun that you see there. Just ignore that. But I'll show you the way to do it without it. A little CA glue and regular wood glue. Check out that video. Then we'll cut off all our excess. Pool saw is very good to use here. Just flush it up right against the edge and trim all that off. Nice thick edge banding makes it look like a good piece, solid piece of wood. And put a little bit of a slight round over on the whole thing. It'll help opening the bench. And there's your finished piece, built-in bench.
Alright, hope you all enjoyed that. pretty simple build when you really break it down, but it's a good one to know to have. You know, obviously you can manipulate that any way to fit your space and whatever works best for you. The extra storage is a huge plus. Clients love that. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see y'all next time.